All right, it's time to get to work. Haven't done some streaming during the week in a little bit. Things have been tricky with this tooth that will not heal, but here we are back. So let's see if we can get. I don't know. I think I'm going for 40 today. If I can get 50, great. We'll see how we're feeling. Like, I'm not even seeing this first one. Okay, I guess I am. So there's two pieces hanging, actually. And this is covering the knight when we take. So we can comfortably take this free queen and be happy. So we just have a back row mate. I can put something in between. We have a nice little mate here. This is backed up by the rook. Got another back row mate. Got another back row mate. They can block with the queen, but just doesn't do anything. Let's see. We have no queen. We do have this check, which does a lot. It wins a rook. It almost mates. It's fairly close, but not quite. They can go to the one remaining spot. I'm just trying to figure out if we should be going for a mate here and not just a little bit of material. 3, 4, 3. So we're actually down a piece. So I'm looking at here, there, and then finding a mate from there. Like check, only move. It's unclear. This feels like it should be much easier for number 6. Like, I feel like I'm just missing something very obvious in this position. And the problem is our rook is hanging, so that is worrisome. I mean, it's only an exchange that would hang, but still, it's more than I would like to hang here. I guess I'm going to take here. I don't see anything better. It just feels like number 6, it would be easier than that. Daniel, what is up? I'm curious. How did your appearance on the Chess Journeys podcast turn out for you? And I don't know, like, have you told your friends? Did they enjoy hearing you on it? Well, how'd that work out? All right, we do have a checkmate here with this. I mean, I would assume we have to take. We're up a lot of material. They do have a runaway pawn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 4 hits their king. So it looks like this should be fine. Queen with check, and then we'll be good to go. Black to move. That would be check, except the rook can take. But then when the rook takes, then that is check. Because the knight holding it all together. I think that's called the Arabian mate. That is checkmate. That is not checkmate. This is checkmate. We've got an epaulette mate. The shoulders are being covered. Takes. Does not quite work, but this should work. Check, corner, mate. Because of the rook. Enjoyed it. Some of my chess friends tuned in, enjoyed it as well. Awesome. Happy to hear it. Yeah, I thought that was a good episode. This coming week, I've got the Chess Giant from YouTube is going to be joining, so that should be fun. So we've got this check with the queen. The king can go to e2. And then what? I guess then we've got like here to finish the mate. Or they could do it that way and just lose instantly. So that's checkmate because of the bishop helper. What's happening, Hollig? How are you doing? Never heard of the Chess Giant, but I'll be listening. Yeah, he's a guy who he's on YouTube for quite a while. He's an LA guy. I've seen him at some tournaments. He made Master as an adult. Very close already when he started, but he's got some good stuff. So checking here. I don't know. Goes over there. Maybe check here, winning this rook. Well, that's pretty good. Check. Comes out. And then what? Feels like that should be pretty good. Like here, here. Yeah, I don't know. This I don't see another way around this still. Yeah. So here, threatening mate seems good. They can't stop it. Also, this would just take the piece. So this getting the piece seems like the way to go. Pick up the piece, move on. Ooh, you got a Chess Journeys mug. I really like my Chess Journeys mug. They turned out well. I think I'm going to get a second one for school. 1 win, 2 losses, some really strong kids. When you say strong, do you mean strong in abilities or strong in ratings or strong in ratings and abilities? That's always a good question. So this is that push them back and then finish it off. Takes. They come out this hole. And what do we get from that? I mean, we do win a rook, so that's good. Maybe that's plenty. Okay. For a second there, I thought maybe they had a mate, but we've got this knight. So if we take here, I'm just trying to figure out, can they just ignore it somehow? It doesn't look like it. Does not look like they can ignore that. Oh, yeah, I was missing that. I missed that check for sure. Can I just go here? And then there. And then I go here. And then he goes there. And then I block. And yeah, it looks like I get away just fine. Yeah, I want to block this way. And then here. And then we're good. Let's see. Bench pressing. Just kidding. Tactically, vision, defensive resources calculation. Okay, yes, there's overall strong players. What's up, Fried Foxy? How are things going? So we do have this. This looks quite strong, right? We fork the bishop and the king. If they take, we win an exchange. We also get to go here. That seems good. Queen is cutting off everything. All we need is a check. And it looks like we get a check right here. Bloop. All right. Interesting. So they're up a whole piece. So if we take here and they take, can that knight stop the pawn? That's the question. Wow. No. No, it's just barely short of being able to stop it. So we can just run it and win. Okay. That check is interesting. So check, takes with the queen, goes there. Check, I think that's game. Check. Takes queen. There, pawn. Yeah, that should do it. Okay. Hollig says knight e7, double on the bishop. Okay, nice job. Plenner, salutations. How are you doing? Foxy's liking Daniel's appearance on Chess Journeys last week. What does this talk about? Chess Giant. His videos on the fried Fox defense inspired my early F. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I talked to him this week on Chess Journeys. Yep, Holly, you got that one. Nice work. This I think is mate, right? No, actually, they could take there. Interesting. That seems like such an obvious answer. I guess this probably works. So check, they can't take, only move is there, queen comes down there, and then that's mate. Okay. I'm going to assume it's going to be a sack here. Oh, it's not even a sack. Let's guard it. This is just that particular mate. So we can go check, over, and then, oh, actually this is even easier than usual. Then we just finish off with the queen. We don't have to windmill them or anything. So, Hollig, over on Twitch, how are you doing these days? Looks like you're getting all the answers correct. Oh, also, for anyone who's interested, there is a code for a discount on Chess Giants courses. It'll be on the episode, but a 40% discount is pretty good. So if you were ever interested in picking up one of his courses, and the endgame one is very thorough, so I think I'll be going through that one. I went through it a little bit. It seems quite good. Okay, what are we doing here? Our queen is trapped. We are down a piece. How did we get in this spot? How is this good? I don't know. This does not look good to me. Everything was guarded. It's white to move, huh? Down a piece. How about black? Let's take black. I don't want white here. White looks like they're getting crushed. I don't think I'm going to get this one. I just have no clue even. Like, the things I'm drawn to are these takes, which don't work. That take, which does not work. This take, which does not work. This take does not work. Like, what can we even do? We don't even have pieces involved. This is like ridiculous game. Takes. I am at a loss. I guess the best move I can find so far is just going here to hit this a second time so that we can retreat the queen. Oh, okay. I did miss something. We are not down a piece. Okay, that changes things. We're actually up in exchange. So all we really have to do now is extract the queen. We don't have to do anything amazing. We extract the queen and we'll be fine. So that was a big oversight by me. So perhaps something as simple as bishop e3 is actually right. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. It might be wrong. Maybe I'm not getting enough. Okay. So that was a sort of evaluation problem. Luckily I got there. Yeah, okay, so Daniel got it as well. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking I had to do so much more. And once I realized, like, oh, I'm up in exchange, all I have to do is not lose. That fully changes what you need to get out of a position. Okay, so this is being hit a couple times. There's this. Oftentimes in this pattern, the answer is like a counterattack on the queen. Our knight cannot hit the queen, though. I mean, this guy here, then here, hitting the queen, forking. So then they have to take, we take, they pull the bishop out. And in the process, we get this guy, but they could go there, and then we get this guy. What is even happening? Okay. We take their knight. They take back. We're even. We bring the knight to e4. They take our queen. We take their queen. We're even. They go to e7. We take their knight. We're up a knight. I mean, we take their rook. We're up a rook. But then they take my rook. We're tied. The knight can't go anywhere cool after that. At best, it looks like his takes, and then they take back, and we're just tied. So all of that leading nowhere. I don't think that's the answer. Can we chase the queen away? Maybe. So if we go like here, and then let's say the queen goes. Nope, can't go there. So the queen has to go, say, there. And then takes. I don't think we want to do that. So it'd be like here, takes. But then they just take this way. Why is this one so challenging? I feel like it has to be bishop takes c3, followed by knight e4. And I feel like I'm missing something there. I'm about to do that because I just can't see anything better. I mean, it's not bad. So here, takes. If you couldn't go here, then I'd be in business. Oh, I can take here with check. That's what it is. I was going after the wrong piece. I was going after the rook, but really going after the bishop was the right way. Switch to Twitch since there's no delay here. Also, if you keep both streams open, you can circumvent ad breaks. Ooh, good call, Foxy. I like it. Welcome. Okay, so there's no lag there, but there is delay on Twitch. On YouTube. That's very interesting to know. Maybe I can fix that then. Maybe that's actually a setting on YouTube that I'm not knowing about. Yeah, it does look like it's at different spots. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. We're at 25. Things are going okay so far. This check looks quite good. In fact, that looks like mate. Yeah, I'm not seeing why that's not mate. It's nice when my instinct just gets me the win. So this is my instinct. That is mate, but the knight is there. So what we could do is take the knight. If they take this way, that's mate. But what if they take this way? Then I check, then they go here, then the queen goes here, and it's mate. So yeah, so we had to add one move before doing our instinct move. Okay, got there. Didn't see the solution after b6 though. We take the bishop with the check, full piece up. Yeah, I was missing the bishop and not, I was going in for the rook for that one that you're talking about. Okay, so we're in check. If we block here, it forces to take. And then if they try to move directly over, we get opposition. We also have a move we can waste in there, so we know even if we couldn't get opposition, we would still be fine because we could waste a move. So that was a very easy one for that reason. We didn't have to be precise. All we had to know was some basic endgame knowledge. But if you don't know basic endgame knowledge, then you're like, can I make that trade? I gotta calculate hard. So this is the good thing about having endgame knowledge. All right, our bishop is in trouble. If I take here, now it's a discovered attack on their bishop, and if they take, then the knight takes back. And if they take this way, then I get a piece here. Ah, okay. I did not calculate that. Interesting. It's kind of sad that I missed that. What do I get then? I'm looking at... Oh, I was looking at c3 and queen moves, and it looks like that move is probably here. Though the knight can take, but then I can take, and then the queen takes, and then I can block, and I've saved my bishop. That's all I really need to do. Okay, that's a weird move. We are threatening their queen, and they actually moved the rook off to let us take the queen. Is this a trap? That's the question. Also, will that even help? We'll just be even in material. So probably better is just this checkmate here. Because the queen is trapped. So we're going to get super greedy and take the checkmate. I call this one the triangle. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now what? I mean, if we went here and here, that would be mate. This bishop is doing a lot of work. But if we went here, the king could go there. And then if I come over, then maybe the king has that escape. And then I check. And the king goes here. I guess that doesn't work. Interesting. I thought for sure that worked. I guess maybe a better move then is to go here followed by here. And then if I go here and they go there, it's still mate. But if I go here, okay, they can't bring the rook over. And the bishop can't do anything. So yeah, so this works. So it's important to figure out the exact right square. Yeah, Daniel's right. We had to go to rook g2. Foxy's got it as well. Had to go to rook g2. All right, 31 with no hiccups. I like it. We've got this fork. Certainly is impressive. Is that not enough? Check. Takes our bishop. We take their queen. They take our queen with their knight. But then I can... Oh, no, I can't do that. Yeah, well, it looks like we might be losing a material there. So we would be down... Takes there. So we would have a queen and a rook against two rooks, a knight, a bishop, and a knight. I don't know. Let's see. One more time. There. Hitting the knight. But we do get this knight, and we're hitting this, and we're hitting that. This is going to be fine. Probably should have calculated a little bit more carefully, but they have lots of hanging material, so I think that should have been fine. Okay, so we could go here with the rook, threatening mate. I didn't see already that the bishop was here, so we're just threatening to mate immediately, which is very weird for being number 32 to be that easy. Knight f6, king takes g7, knight takes, queen takes c6. Yeah, Foxy found that one. Nice job. So if we check and they take, does that mate? That's the question. Check, takes, check, there, and that coming next. I don't think we have it. Well, maybe this does work, because here, check, here. No, it can't go there. There, and then here, and then when it moves, takes, king takes, and we're up material there. So yeah, this looks like it works. Because we get the queen, actually. Wait, before I just nab that queen, do we have a mate with like queen here? Queen moves. No, I don't think so. I think just taking the queen's enough. Okay. I've just gotten a little more careful about that. I've gotten burned several times on that. Like, yay, I figured it out. And it's like, actually, there was checkmate, and you did not figure it out. Alrighty, so what are we going to do here? We've got queen takes g7 as possible. But it doesn't do anything. I was looking at like follow-ups like this, but I think what we've got is just a stuck queen, right? The queen can go nowhere. Draw the piece that does anything interesting, so we'll just do that. Oh, I didn't calculate that. I hate when I do that. I still think I just go here, and then if here, I just go back to there. And it takes there, then yeah, that's what we assumed was going to happen. All right. Do I take there? Probably not, right? Oh, actually, yeah, I think I do. Check, takes, and then, oh no, this is being hit by everything, so it does not work. But we could go here, here, rook goes here, and the king can't take because the pawn is supporting it. So we do go there and get the checkmate. 36 unscathed. We're pushing for big numbers today. Okay, we've got a weird one. We've got some potential discoveries with the bishop with this situation here. We could nab their hanging bishop. We could check. Like, we've got a lot of powerful moves with the queen. We could take there. We could go here, check. Driving the king to d1, which then we can follow up with this check. King moves over, and we can't go there, which is what the normal pattern is. The knight is covering that. So what else could we do instead? Okay, so check, moves over. Check, moves over. And then we go here for the mate. I think so. Let me just look at it one more time. Check. No. Check here, check here. Check there. Yeah, that gets there. So it's just a little bit different pattern. The normal pattern is to go there. But this time it didn't work. So this time we're updating the pattern and going there. Yep, looks like Foxy's got it. Okay, so once again, I'm drawn to this idea of maybe being able to capture the queen, but it looks much harder because pressuring the queen can get away a lot of different ways. So I want to look and see, is there something else I should be looking at? And I'm not seeing anything. Nothing's loose, nothing's hanging, everything's well guarded. We're not double attacking any of their pieces. It feels like if attacking the queen doesn't work, then it might be time to just start improving pieces. There's not a tactical blowout here. So if we're going to have a tactical blowout, it feels like it has to be on the queen. Let's look at it this way. No, no. No. But the queen could go to b6. So is there a way to remove this pawn before we do that? And there's not that I see. So if we go here and they go back to b6, then I could go here, but then the queen can just run back. And sure, my knight is on a nice spot and I can be happy with that. I don't think that's what we're looking for. That could be good in a regular scenario, but not in this situation. So, next question is, can we make this work? Take there. Maybe go here. Queen just goes all the way back. And I don't see it. Tough, tough, tough. I guess another possibility is to play for this rook coming over. But it's slow. Like, if I play queen d3, seems like they just play queen b6. I attack it and it runs back home and it's not worried anymore. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Same thing with like bishop c1. Queen just runs away. Seems totally fine. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I do see something else interesting. I don't know if it works. But if I go here, I'm threatening to go there, which maybe is just annoying and not actually all that good, because it's not like it wins a piece. But the thought was, after that move, then maybe I go here, but I could just take there. The same ideas are there. So, I don't know. It has to be pestering the queen. Everything else is too solid. But I can't quite figure out how to win the queen. Ah, wait. here. So no, 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 no. So we can cover the whole file with that. Yeah, so this looks like it works. Okay, so that was a little harder than I expected, but I got there. I got there. Most of my candidate moves hang the C3 knight. That is true. They certainly did. Finally got there at the end. Okay. So the bishop is hanging. If I do something like this, takes, and then I go maybe here, comes over, here, comes over. I don't quite see that finishing off. Having these three pieces not involved makes mating attacks feel much harder. But did I just win taking here? Okay, I go there. If he takes, I drop back, and I'm just up a piece. Or am I down a piece right now? Oh, yeah. So that's the problem. I'm actually down a piece. So that does not win. Just reclaiming the piece. Okay, but if I go here, here, that's actually mate. Other than giving up the queen. So if I go takes, and he goes this way, and then I go take here. I'm looking at like maybe here, here, here. Threatening mate. Maybe I do that anyway. Ugh. So what if I take first on d5? I can take with the knight. I go back, threatening mate, and then they just push g6. So yeah, I think this works. Oh, it didn't work. I thought that was a good move. So maybe this was the move, actually, taking with the rook first. Nope. Nope. Here? Okay, that was it. I looked at that very briefly, and then I just thought, no, that doesn't work because of that. But then that would mean they have to keep this knight here forever. So that's not really going to work. Okay. So yeah, I did miss. Pretty basic one there. Yep. Foxy's got it. And so does Daniel. Alright. Well, we're at 38. Not the worst. We can go here. We're threatening the queen. If they take... I take the queen, they take, and we're up a little bit of material. If they try to move, well, they're going to lose the piece. Did not expect to see that. I don't know what that does. I think I just dropped back. No? No? Are you kidding? That is shocking. Let's check. Okay. All right. I didn't look at that carefully enough. That's disappointing. Okay. Now the question is, will we even get 40? Okay, we've got some cool ideas here. Like check. Here. Takes. I don't think that works though. So check, takes, here, threatening mate. They go like there. Then I go back to here, and I think that works fine. Let's try to perfectly calculate it. So check, What do they block with the rook? What if they block with the rook? So they block with the rook. I take. They take with the rook. Nothing. Yeah, blocking with the rook seems good. I don't know. I am not able to get this one, I don't think. So check, blocks with the rook, then what? Takes there, check, goes there. I don't know. Maybe, do I have time for the quiet move? I guess that's the question. It looks like I do. Yeah, and that looks pretty strong, actually. I think that wins. Okay. Let's go there. That's fine. Oh, that doesn't work very well. I guess I can go this way. Wait, can I? And then go here? Oh my, this is messier than I thought it was going to be. Because if I go here and they take, I cannot take back. If I go here, which was my intent, then they push this pawn. But then I go there. If they go that way, that's fine. Okay. Barely made it through that one. Holy cow. H1 of H8. Yeah. Okay, so you guys had no problems. That was a hard one for me for some reason. I think it's because of the quiet move. We're deep enough now where there are quiet moves, and I'm forgetting that. So check here, check there, mate. So that looks pretty easy. It's not as easy as I thought. The queen can go there. So maybe, do I go here instead? And then he goes there. It's not mate. Yeah, we'll be there. I go here though, and he goes there with the queen. Takes. And then I guess then I'm up material. Okay. So like that and like that. 40. Alright. Got there. I was worried. I'll admit it. I was worried. Of course, A1 check. Just doesn't feel like it does that much. King can go a lot of places. We could take that knight, but we are hanging mate in the process. We are even in material, essentially. Maybe some pawn differences. Could go check on A1, queen takes D4. That's a possibility. No, it is not. There's still checkmate. Is. I don't know. This is a complicated one. The knight is pinned. It's hard to back up even. something like bishop f8. But that just kind of feels like I'm saying I admit that I've lost. It's just going to take a little bit of time to lose. The check seems to do nothing. They just go king e2. There are no more checks. Mate is coming. That's not true. There is another check. King e2 is met by bishop a6. So let's see. What if they just go here, though? I could go here. And they go there. I could come back. Maybe there's some draw potential in there. Yeah, I'm not seeing this one. I'm going to go here. Okay. I don't think go there. I think this bishop move is right. And then we go over here and here. And what? I don't know. I still don't see it. I guess I'm just going to pursue the checks and hope that they don't lead me astray. And they did. Wow, I got really tired for that last one. I could feel it, like, really, any ability I had slip away. It was very interesting. I guess it's going to be here. And then if there, then what? I guess here. And that's actually mate, unless they give up the queen. Okay, close. Let's see. What are you saying? Yeah, you didn't see king f3. Yeah, interesting stuff. Okay. Let's see. Let me see how long we've been doing this for. 'Cause I'm feeling very tired. I don't know why. Okay, I think we will wrap up today with like one of these blindfold tactics that we've been doing. Let's find them to be useful. Let's go back over here. I think that works. Okay. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure I've seen this one. It's probably the last one I did. But I don't remember it at a glance, so we can do it. Okay. So, what? King h7 would be moving into check. So I'm already lost. I think we must have, something must be going on. I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, cool. We got a different one. Oh no, it's the same one. It's just that was the answer. Okay, so king h7. Knight comes down and checks. We go back. The knight takes on f7. We play king h7. That seems weird, but okay. The knight comes back and checks again. We move up to h6 to pressure that knight. They come down and take on f8. It is not check. And then we are very close to mate because we have queen takes f2, but the queen and rook are both guarding it. So my initial thought was slide the rook down first to lure the queen away from guarding g2, but the rook's still guarding it. It looks like we can take on g2. The queen has to take, and then we can slide the rook down, and the queen is pinned. So I think that's what we're looking at. We go queen takes. It says queen takes g2, and then the rook comes down, and I imagine this rook will come back, and then we'll take the rook and get it. Okay, so there we go. That is indeed the answer. All right, so let's move to the next one. We're going to go up to 10. And once again, I keep forgetting to email this person. I don't know why. I really would like to do that. Okay, so black to move. Queen h2 check. Okay, so harassing the king. Rook g2, interposing. Rook e2, checking. Rook takes, queen takes. So our queen is now on e2. Their rook is gone. Our rook is gone. We've checked the king. King has gone back to c1. Okay, I don't really see anything from there. So the queen takes f3. Okay. Queen takes f3. King goes over to b2, guarding the pawn, which I was thinking we might take. Queen goes down to e2 check. The king goes up to b3. And now we should be able to win, huh? Their rook is gone, so we could do queen d1. If we do that, they can really only go to a3. Then when they do that, it doesn't look like we can put a finishing blow on from there. So queen is on a2, they're on b3. The thing is, if we go back with our queen to like b5, the king can just go back to c2. So that's the part I'm really struggling with. And that's why d1 looks so enticing. That way it can't go backwards. It's forced forward. Actually, I guess it could go back to b2. I don't know why I'm struggling with this one. Okay, so what about knight a5? Then have a couple moves, like several moves actually. Well, let's say they go to king a4. Then I'm on e2. I could come down to b5 check. Then they go up to a3. It doesn't look like I have mate. Maybe there though. Then I would play knight c4, and then that would be mate. Okay, so that's one round. So there. If instead they come up to b4 immediately, and then I go queen to b2, they could try to go down c5. I would be able to bring my queen to b5. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'm seeing out of the corner of my eye people have ideas, so I have a feeling you guys all solved it. And I'm kind of struggling. I think I'm gonna make the knight move, but I don't know that that's best. Okay, so they do go to a3. So when they go to a3, queen is on a2. I go to, I don't know. I guess I'm going to bring the queen to b5 and then threaten mate next move and assume that I can't do anything too good. They could move the queen down. Actually, they cannot. Yeah, no, they can't because my knight's already moved. Oh, and it would win the knight, but it won't because my queen is here. Okay, it's too slow. How do we handle that? I don't know. Wait, I don't think that's what I... No, it is what I meant to do, but what about here? Same problems. Oh, I guess they can move the knight to c5 now. And then... Yeah, almost no matter where they go, it's kind of trouble. They go to b4, and then the queen just comes over here. And then the king comes down to c5. Okay. That was a very challenging one for me. I don't know about yourselves. That was a hard one. B5, 3, knight C4. Yeah, it looks like Foxy either got it or got close to it. Okay, well, I missed a couple. I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully we had a fun return to some short streaming. We'll see if I have a little bit of time to do that a little bit more tomorrow. We'll see. All right. I will talk to you later, everybody. Have a good one.